What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Whole Show with your boy Howard. First of all, let me say thank you to all of the love and support that y'all forever give me. Appreciate y'all so much. And if you are new here, kick off your shoes and get comfortable because we family around here. Today, we about to get into episode 2 of Braxton. Let's get it.
Yes, I'm hurt, yes, I'm jaded. Most of the things I don't wanna say. I won't be around while you chase.
Alright, y'all, this second episode of the Braxton. This is the first season that they came back since the passing of Tracy Braxton, their sister. And I would say this episode was extremely heavy. I feel like for a lot of people, it was a really emotional episode. I'm gonna be straight up. If you are a Tamar stan, not a fan, but a Tamar stan, you probably ain't gonna like this video. I say Tamar stan because I feel like Tamar fans, I feel like anybody that is just a fan of an artist or a celebrity, that they're able to also hold the artist accountable. But I feel like a stan, it don't matter what they do, they're gonna still be right there, 10 toes down. They're gonna ride with them, they don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how I am with Beyonce. Yeah, so if you would take my stand, then you ain't gonna like this video because I ain't gonna let her ass make it. I'm gonna just be honest. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, this episode is extremely heavy for everybody because it's just, you know, real sad. Like just with Tracy, you know, being gone and she not being a part of the season this year and all of that. And I don't know about, you know, some of y'all, but I will say for myself, I love watching the Braxton Family Values. I've been watching them since the very first season. So like I've always enjoyed, you know, like watching them. And I think I will say, I'm gonna be honest, this season is the first Braxton Family Values season that it seemed like it's extremely hard for me to watch. I'm gonna tell you why. For one, it's hard for me to watch this season because it feels like, I'm not saying it is, but I'm just saying what it feels like. It feels like the main storyline around this season is gonna be based off of Tracy's passing. And I say that, you know, like it's hard to watch because it's really hard for me to sit here and watch this and actually believe that everybody is being extremely genuine with this whole situation when y'all got mad at that girl because she was still working when y'all didn't want to. And y'all kind of held her feet to the fire behind that. When, I mean, if we just being honest, everybody know that Tracy was the sister that she just didn't have it going on as much as the rest of them did. You know what I'm saying? And she always dealt with a lot of hurt. It was hard for her to ever really get over the fact that they had left her, Tamar, Tawana, and Trina, and took their record deal when Tracy was pregnant. She held on to that for a long time. And I feel like as much as they've been through like different counseling sessions and shit, even when they asked Tracy like if she's released that, whatever, and she said yeah, or she said she's none, I still don't feel like that she ever really just got over that. That's my opinion. And so it feels like just based off of what I've watched from season after season after season and how they treated her and shit like that, it just feels like this is just kind of inauthentic because y'all are now using her as a main storyline around this whole season. But it was a time when y'all didn't even want to film and y'all was mad at her and y'all just wore her out and just made her feel like complete shit. That's one of the reasons why it's hard for me to watch. It's hard for me to really believe they're saying she wanted them to tell a story, but it's hard for me to believe that Tracy wanted them to show a lot of these unpleasant videos of her when she was declining. It just don't feel like Tracy would have wanted that. They saying she did, but I just feel like it just don't feel like Tracy would have wanted them to show all of those videos and stuff of her when she was like looking so bad. And that's hard because it's just sad. And it fucks me because I lost my grandmother to stomach cancer in 2013 and I was in prison and I couldn't even go to her funeral. And you know, I just recalled, you know, like the last time I seen my grandmother, when I finally got my heart shipped and got back to Styles Unit, and I got to only see my grandma one time, and she was moving around really slow and not like herself, just like how Tracy looked. So it's just hard for me to watch that and just not think about my grandmother and stuff. That's just cancer's is an illness that I just don't wish on nobody. I hate it. I just hate it so much. It just takes them so fast. And I just didn't like seeing her like that. That's hard for me to watch. It really, really is. And I don't want to say that like they all are just come out inauthentic. I'm not saying that. It's just hard to really just take it so seriously when the way a lot of them really treated her. But most importantly, I ain't gonna lie, more than anything, Tamar. Tamar treated that girl like shit. Even this episode shows that no matter what, Tamar is gonna always find a reason to get mad and make it about her. She's just that type of person. That's who the fuck she is. And it's sad. I feel like, okay, they here again to do another therapy session. Bro, they've had so many therapy sessions. They had the lady that was always on the first few seasons as a therapist. I can't remember if her name was Dr. Shepard or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure y'all know. They had TD Jakes come in and have a talk with them. They had the situation with Iyanla came and sat them down and they had a talk with her. Like, and it's like a cycle that keeps repeating itself and it just does not change. Like they'll get to like what seems like a good place for maybe a month or two, and then they back to beefing again. And it's like, why are y'all consistently having these issues? Like Trina and Tawanda always was really, close, with each other. Tamar and Tony would be close as well, but then Tamar had her moments where she'd be mad at every damn body, and she'd just be going on these crazy ass rants. Tracy was always the one that was kind of singled out, it seemed like, but she leaned more so towards Trina and Tawanda. But it's just crazy that they still at this place when you would think that someone passing that close, like their sister dying, would bring them closer. And I guess it just shows with a lot of families, especially black families, that it don't matter. Sometimes death can make it even worse or it not help. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's just fucked up because they should be better right now. So they sitting down and they're having this conversation with the therapist. Trina, you called her. Y'all know y'all got issues. I don't know why. It's like they feel like they have issues, but they be tiptoeing around who gonna say first what's going on. It's like weird. Just say it. Like just get it out. But while they're doing this sit down with this therapist, if you just pay attention and notice, mood was calm. Everybody was calm. Like everybody was just chill and being receptive to what the therapist was saying, and they were communicating well with the therapist. The energy in the room did not shift, literally, until Lil Kevin was at the door. It sounded like the police was at the door, and Tamar did this whole blur stop thing. For one, okay, that's the police at the door. Tamar, you should understand, like, that's probably not something that he do want all on TV, or like, so if Trina is trying to like say like this ain't the time for that, then like just pipe down. But you getting mad because she's saying like this ain't the time, and you feel like she hit Tony. I did see that, like, well, Trina, she kind of like tapped Tony. I can't even say I feel sorry and I don't understand, because I get it. Like, I definitely understand, because Tamar, you always pick a moment and it's the wrong time for you to have this lash out. All this about they keeping secrets and you don't know nothing and nobody. This is not about you, and that's your nephew. You got this energy about yourself that's just not pleasant. It's not cool. Right after that happened is when the energy in the room completely shifted, and then even Tony is saying, I want to understand my sister. She's been having these problems and issues, and I want to understand. And he apologized to Tamar, and Tamar just sitting like, all of that. It's disrespectful. Sad. You could like see it, like even in this situation when Tawanda start going at it. What is the problem, bro? Like, why do you have to be the one to just go way off into deep end? They having a simple conversation. You jumping in doing crazy shit. Like, it's almost like you do not care to even participate or even act like you care. It always has to be about you, what they doing to you, or what you not getting. No, it's like always that, and you just a sad ass person, to be honest with you. That's just straight up, you sad. To me, you sad as fuck. It's like she does not care to even be respectful in the midst of this. She just doesn't. If y'all recall, Iyanla literally said this. Tamar, you are rude. You are disrespectful. You are dismissive. It literally is showing. Like, it's not even like nobody is picking on her. And I guess that's what I did hate about when they came back from Iyanla and Mama E, Miss Evelyn, had said she felt like Iyanla picked on Tamar. Ain't nobody picking on Tamar. Tamar just needs to take accountability. She needs to get herself some help, some serious help, and she needs friends around her that's gonna call her ass out and not give a fuck if she get mad and don't want to fuck with them no more. That's just all it is to it. It's crazy because I feel like Miss Evelyn even know that Tamar is dead wrong in this situation, and she's not even stepping up to say, you are out of line. It's like the energy did not shift until Tamar started doing all of that. Ain't nobody picking on you. You just made yourself a villain in this situation just by doing all of that. It's rude. It's disrespectful. Like, everybody else can communicate. Tamar, your communication skills are fucked. You so rude, Tamar. You literally said on the first episode, I think we should get grief counseling. We should get some type of grief counseling. But now you're saying, I don't need grief counseling. Tamar, you need every motherfucking counseling there is. Like, you need to be seeing somebody Monday through Sunday. I mean, you don't even need to take a day off from a therapist. You need to be seeing somebody every goddamn day of the week. Seriously. Of all people, you should be the last one talking about you got grief counseling. You ain't got shit, because ain't nothing worked. Nothing that you have got has worked. Clearly, it shows. This is terrible. And then your mom, like, y'all got your mom, like, she's screaming at the top of her lungs. Y'all gonna give her a heart attack. It's almost like y'all act like y'all hate each other. But I'm not even gonna say all of them, because even when they tried, you can see that they trying to, like, have this conversation. And let's just say we don't see what's going on whenever the lights and the cameras go off. We none of us, we don't see what's going on. Anything could be going on when the lights and the cameras is not on. But when you are sitting in this setting, I feel like, this is just me, I feel like the lady, she don't know y'all like that, like she knows Trina, but I feel like she has an unbiased evaluation of y'all. Like, I just don't feel like there's a reason to come into the room and the setting with that type of energy. If everybody else energy is giving this participation, and you said in the first episode that y'all need to get this fucking grief counseling, why when y'all got the grief counseling, your ass is the one that don't want to participate and want to be disrespectful? I do not get that. You got a problem. And then Tamar, you get online and you just talk about your family and you should have never did the show again. And all of this is just, you don't got no man no more. You don't listen, Tamar. All of the things that happen in your life is because of you, ma'am. It's your ass. You don't see that by now? I don't get how you don't see that. You can't keep a goddamn man. You cannot keep no man. You can't even keep a white man. You can't keep a man. You can't keep a good relationship. Oh boy, that was a part of your team for years and years. Y'all not even close no more. Y'all don't feel like you cannot keep a friendship that's worth having. You can clearly tell that Tamar only wants and allows the type of friends that's gonna support the bullshit and is not gonna call her on her shit, because then she's gonna run. Tamar has a problem with accountability. She has a problem with saying she's at fault, and we don't even try to go that saying she has in the past, because if we go back to all of them seasons ago, every time Tamar has taken accountability, it wasn't even genuinely her taking accountability. You know what I'm saying? It was almost like, okay, I'm the problem. Okay, I'm the problem. I'm the problem. Okay, I said it. I'm the problem. It's me. Okay, whatever. It's me. You're not even genuinely taking accountability and showing compassion that you actually care. The one time I feel like you really did was when y'all had to set in with yall. I felt like that was genuine when you had that breakthrough and you was crying and you apologized to them one by one. But that was short-lived, because you turned your ass right back around and got over there when all this stuff happened. You just went back to yourself, Tamar. I will say this. It's only been a few times that I can say I ride with Tamar on this situation, okay? And I'll give them to you. The season when Tamar was performing and Trina, Tracy, and Tawanda decided to surprise her on the set, I will say, I feel like they were trying to genuinely support her. I feel like it came from a genuine place, but it just did not land at all. And I felt like Tamar was upset about it, and she called them bitches and hoes, and they heard it, and she had them put them out. But I'm not going to say she was wrong for having them put out. I will say she was wrong for calling them bitches and hoes and all of that after that. But I will say that I sided with Tamar on that, because they turned that whole situation into Tamar bashing them and all of this, and like as if they were all of the victims. I sided with Tamar on that, because no, y'all fucked up. Y'all thought it was a good idea. It wasn't. Apologize. Y'all wrong. But like TD Jakes told y'all, everybody wrong. Because you get so lost in trying to point the blame and point the finger at who's wrong that you forget, listen, y'all all wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I sided with Tamar because y'all should have never did that. I know y'all thought it was a good idea, wasn't a good idea, and even if she called y'all bitches and hoes, she was dead ass wrong for that. But y'all don't have a right to switch that on her. So I sided with her on that. I also sided with her on that trip where Tracy and them got into it and shit like that. I sided with her on the part where Trina's husband now, Vaughn, where he proposed to Trina. I sided with Tamar because ain't no way in hell should you be proposing to this girl's sister on Tamar's birthday. That was dead ass wrong. I don't like that. You should have never did that. That was foul. You don't do shit like that. You don't do no shit like that when it's not your moment and it's about somebody else and create a moment for her. You should have never done that. That was foul. I sided with Tamar on that. Outside of that, Tamar, you got a goddamn problem. And I will say this. You've apologized. You've tried to act like you was at fault and you admit your wrongs. But I'm going to tell you something. Apology without change is manipulation. Apology without change is manipulation. So you can apologize all you want, but what your actions show is going to reflect who you really are and the sincerity of it. And it ain't showed that. That's something that I always live by. Anytime I have had an altercation or a situation and somebody apologizes, that comes to the front of my mind. Because a paralist can say anything. Your actions is going to show who you really are and if you really meant that. Because you fooled me, because I thought that was actually a very sincere moment for you. It wasn't, and it wasn't genuine, because you went right back to the same old shit, the same old person that you really are. That's why I really don't just have much for Tamar. And I feel like this episode just confirmed a lot. Tamar, you are the problem. And I feel like Miss Evelyn, like she should have stepped up and just said, because everybody knew when the energy shifted in that room. And even Miss Evelyn, you can see her face when she was like, oh, like, Tamar, it's you. It's you. It's hard for me to take Tamar serious at all in this. She is the person that I 100% can't even take as being genuine, because she treated Tracy like dog shit consistently. And I just can't take her serious with this shit. I just can't. You said y'all need grief counseling. Y'all got grief counseling, and your ass wasn't even trying to participate. You was the same way you have always been in every setting with a counselor or a therapist. And it's almost like you don't even care to get help, but your ass need it. And it's sad. And your mom is going off like that. It's sad. It's just really, really sad. I really didn't like this episode. I mean, it was good, but I just didn't like how it just seemed like everything is still going so far left, and it seemed like everybody else wants to participate, but they're not gonna kiss your ass, Tamar. And I don't blame them. Like, ain't nobody gonna kiss your ass. And I believe Tawanda say it'll be like, okay, yeah, let's make it work. Okay, no, okay, yeah, let's make it, because that's how you are, Tamar. You show that. You show everybody that, and that shit is just sad. Y'all are certain celebrities, y'all, I would never want to meet. I mean, like, I wouldn't even try to wave at them or even act like, I'm not no groupie anyway. If that Beyonce, I don't give a fuck about you. But it's certain celebrities that I would not even, like, bitch, I would look the other way. If I see them coming, I'm across the street. That's Tamar. I would never want to meet her. Wouldn't want to see her. Wouldn't want to, Tamar. Kelly Price ass. And it's crazy because watching who they really are on reality TV. Tamar, seeing how she acting, who she really is, it's disgusting. Kelly Price, and I love Kelly Price music. I love Tamar music. But seeing who they really on TV is nasty work. And Nene is the third one. I would never want to see her. I follow Nene on Instagram and stuff like that, but I wouldn't want to meet Nene as she's good TV, but she's bitter as a motherfucker too. I hope for the best for them. I'll keep watching, even though it's like disheartening. I really want them to work things out because at the end of the day, I know they all love each other, but they got to really get to the meat and potatoes of this whole situation with their family. Drop down in the comments below and y'all tell me what y'all think, or like what y'all think the underlying issue is. Do y'all agree with me that it's Tamar? Is she the problem? Or if y'all don't, tell me who y'all feel like the problem is, or what the issue really is with this family. Or did that make y'all feel watching this too, with how they displayed Tracy, these video clips and shit? Make sure that you like and subscribe and turn your notifications on so you can be notified whenever I'm dropping some heat like this. Y'all take care. I love y'all. Peace.
Yeah.